What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be trying to unlock the Cactus item by defeating cactuses with thorns damage in the desert. This is a really tedious unlock. You really just have to play a whole bunch of fucking rounds. I found that the best chance that you have at surviving long enough to even find the damn cactuses is to play as Vlad, the natural lifesteal. And lifesteal is so important for this challenge that I can't even say it enough. You obviously want to focus getting the tome for the thorns damage as early as you possibly fucking can. Because the longer you don't have the thorns, and you know, the less likely you're gonna be able to do the damn challenge. Once you have thorns, you can start walking into enemies and doing a little bit of damage, but that's not really the goal of having the thorns. It's mostly just to have it so you don't have to keep fucking re-rolling every time. I think picking up projectile count early is definitely worth it for your main skill, because it'll help scale your health, which will also help you walk into more enemies later in the run. Other options for our weapons, we're basically running as many CC-ish weapons as we can. Obviously, every single weapon does damage, so there's not really any truly CC weapons. But we're looking for Frostwalker, for Black Hole, and for Tornado, essentially. Now, you did just see me pass up on Frostwalker, and that's because armor is the other very important tome for us, because armor reduces the amount of damage we take walking into mobs. Doesn't matter how much fucking health you have or how much you heal, if you walk into a mob and you instantly fall the fuck over onto the ground. We did get some Slurp gloves, which are pretty good for being able to heal up. So that's a good thing. We're gonna pick up some more lifesteal here. We're gonna try to kill this fucking blue skeleton. I don't really have any targeting damage, so that was just RNG. We'll hit the one refresh here, and then we're gonna banish a tome. Obviously, the main problem with this is that you're spending a lot of your early money just getting rid of garbage items that you don't need for the build to work. This is very counter to how you would normally play the game. We have the cactuses spawned now, so we just need to find any source of thorns damage. Obviously, the better the thorns damage we get, the more important it is. Any source of healing is also still very much appreciated. We will take XP gain, anything that helps us get more fucking tomes faster. Like I said, getting the fucking Thorns tome is one of the challenges of this run in the first place. We have enough fucking cactuses here right now to be able to do the damn challenge if we can just get the Thorns tome without killing them all off first. Okay. It's not the Thorns tome. We're gonna go ahead and banish the evasion tome. You're gonna basically be using every banish to banish a tome. Obviously, that's not how you would normally play the game, but it's the best chance you're gonna get for doing this challenge. The cactuses do take thorns damage when they hit you with their ranged fucking attacks, so that is a good thing. Holy fuck, dude. We are so cooked, brother. How the fuck have I not gotten it yet, dude? Can't believe we end up getting the fucking cactuses early in the run, and we have the fucking lifesteal tome we need to be able to regen, and we still don't get the goddamn fucking tome. This may be the biggest argument for why you should just take Athena for this shit, but again, Athena just kills mostly with the fucking Aegis, so you only get like one actual kill from Thorns damage per run. It's not worth it. That is what we like to fucking see. That's the other source of Thorns damage that we can find. And that will allow us to go around and farm the absolute piss out of this. So one of the main things we did to basically juice this run as much as possible is we turned off every single fucking item that didn't have something to do with thorns that we could toggle off, or scaling extremely hard. Joe's dagger's pretty good. We're also only doing this on stage 1, obviously, so setting up a crazy build doesn't matter at all. Like, our real goal here is to just kill as many of these fucking cactuses as we can. The main goal of getting levels is to get lifesteal, because the more lifesteal we got, the more we can walk into fucking cactuses and kill them. And there's only so many that you have to do. You only have to do 100, so thankfully it's not that bad. Evasion does help as well. It's another option that you could go for, but the reason we took armor is for the spiky shield, because it scales with armor. And it's another source of fucking thorns damage. In the event that you can't find your actual thorn damage tome, it will be another way you can do it. You can see we did manage to kill the boss here. I mean, we really should say the boss managed to kill his fucking self, because that's basically how much damage we're dealing right now. That is a really good pickup for this character, thanks to his innate health scaling. We're actually already almost there. Get rid of this pack of fucking mobs. We're just gonna keep leveling up thorns damage. I think Shield Tome is our other tome. It's not a terrible option because it just heals us up. And now our goal is just to run into as many fucking cactuses as we can to get rid of them. At this point, we have all of our tomes, so we're just gonna banish every single weapon that's not a fucking crowd control weapon. Basically, if it does damage, then we don't want it. We've cleared out just about every cactus from this area, so there is not really much more we can do about that. We can hope that we'll get more cactuses before the end of the run. There should be a few come in, you know, randomly. We gotta be getting close to that shit. Like I said, we're just gonna keep banishing everything that's not what we want. At this point, we're only banishing just to reduce the amount of shit that's in the pool, so we can focus on getting our lifesteal and the Thorns tomes leveled up. Armor tome, anything that will help us live longer. Obviously, move speed is also not a hurtful thing to have for this challenge. It helps you get up to the enemy before your skills kill them and walk into them. Like I said, we gotta be getting pretty close at this point. I feel like we've killed at least a good 30. We already had 50 before we came in here, so... trying to be careful not to kill ourselves, but still kill as many of these guys as fucking possible. Crosswalker is another option we can use to kind of crowd control the enemies nearby us. One item that you definitely want to banish if you do see it and not pick up is the spark plug, because that thing will fuck your entire ability to get any Thorns kills right the fuck up. We've got about a minute left to get as many Cactus kills as we can. So yeah, we're gonna be sniping them for a second here. Obviously, anything we can do to improve our chances of killing more Cactus, this is what we're gonna do, and there it is. There's the fucking unlock. So if you need to get this item, it is quite the pain in the ass. And this is the build I would recommend farming it on. Obviously, you might not get lucky enough to get the shield, but as long as you get the Thorns Tome, you can do this. Lifesteal is the most important thing you can get, because the lifesteal will heal you from the damage that you take. Now that we have the challenge completed, we'll just walk into this pack of mobs and kill as many of them as we can. But if we look at our Thorns right now, we have 188. And the majority of that is from the Thorns Tome itself, which is, I don't know, it's like 150 or something like that right now. If we had a lot more armor, then that shield would be doing a little bit more for us. But the majority of the reason that we're still alive is just because lifesteal is fucking incredibly OP, especially against waves. You do only get 1 health back per lifesteal trigger. It's not like you're getting a percentage back, but that means the more you're hitting, the better the chance you can survive is. And we're not sitting on a crazy amount of lifesteal here. I mean, we're got 56%, so we're only getting back a health every other hit at this point. And it's still maintaining us fairly well. Obviously, the Slurp Gloves is also putting in a massive amount of work for us. But as you can see, we have managed to get into the Ghost, so there are no more Cactuses gonna spawn at this point. And normally you would just restart the run here, but since I already completed the challenge, I might as well just goof around a bit. Obviously I disabled, like I said, I disabled as many of the items as possible, so even good items are not turned on right now. Forgot to turn off the fucking cold thing, but the cold thing actually isn't terrible because it does help you to survive a little bit longer. Yeah, so the build that I would do this with, if I was you, is fairly simple. Take Vlad, and then take Lifesteal Tome, and then take Thorns Tome, and then Armor Tome is an option, and also anything else. Basically, the third, fourth tome, not as important. The main things you want: Vlad, Armor, Lifesteal. Because I mean, look at this. You can survive even this black ghost mob with just this setup. Obviously, you're not going to survive it forever, but it lasts quite a while. Once you get it going, it does kind of sustain itself fairly well. the more armor you get, the more, you know, you don't die. So big part of the defensive layer here is the armor. Thorns is your main attack, but Thorns is never going to deal any considerable fucking amount of damage. Even if you get a ludicrous amount of Thorns, you will still not be able to farm Ghosts. The thing that mainly keeps you alive doing this is lifesteal. Lifesteal is healing you, armor is preventing as much damage as possible, and there you go. That's the end of the run. So let's do a little recap of what worked and what didn't work, shall we? As you can see, Thorns, a lot of fucking damage. Mostly because we could just stand still and do nothing. The important thing here is that you do not want to level up Black Hole, Tornado, or Frostwalker. You're just taking those items to get a little bit of crowd control. They're not there for damage. They're there to block out other fucking items. Tomes, we want Armor Tome, we want the Lifesteal Tome, and we want Thorn Tome. The 4th tome slot, you can do shields, you can do regen, you can do evasion. There's lots of fucking options. Basically anything will work. But those 3 tomes are the most important parts of the fucking build. If you don't have those 3 tomes, this shit is not going to work. If you do manage to get lucky enough to get the spiky shield, you get a little bit of a damage boost. Like I said, it's not that much. This only gives you like 2 thorns % of armor. So it's not that much. Like, obviously, if you're leveling up your armor tome like crazy, then it can actually get to a point where it does do a lot of damage. But your goal isn't do a full run. It's to just get this fucking challenge done with so you can actually enjoy the game. Anyways, with that being said, that's going to be it for this video. If you like the content, leave a like. Comment if you think you've got a better build below. Love to see it. And subscribe if you want to see future content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.